Welcome to the Spider Monkey Roadshow. My name is John. This is Arlo. Kind of sad because we're not going for a wheel. Why don't we fix that for him? It's a beautiful night in Fort St. John, BC. And Arlo is all tuckered out. This is the Alaska Highway, day number 3. Today, we are traveling from Whitehorse, Yukon, all the way to Anchorage, Alaska. So pull up that armchair, lay back on that couch, let's go for a drive. This really has been the trip of a lifetime, from navigating the Alaska Highway to this wild herd of bison on the highway, and the absolutely epic and beautiful scenery. Not to mention good company to enjoy the views. This little village here, town, is called Haines Junction. Coming up here is Kaluna Lake. It is an absolutely huge lake. And a little later on in the video, after we cross over into Alaska, wow, I don't even know if I have words to describe it. But when we get there, I'm gonna do my best for you. Welcome to Alaska. Wow, am I stoked. Arlo's pretty excited too. Let's make our way to customs. All cleared customs. Let's go check out Alaska. You'll have to excuse the shakiness of the camera. The roads up here, yeah, they're rough. You could consider them a truck breaker if you were not careful. Definitely a truck breaker. But just to throw it out there, I'm unscathed and nothing's broken. But I'm not really that kind of guy. I really do try to respect my equipment and make sure it's well maintained to the best of my ability. Otherwise, you're broke down on the side of the road. And as a truck driver, if your wheels ain't turning, you ain't making any money. The next day, I found out where we are right now, that we're actually coming off what they consider the Arctic tundra. It's a little ways behind us, and we're kind of making our way down into this valley. The young man that told me that, he said that it was loaded full of blueberries up here. There were bear, moose, elk, all sorts of wildlife. He said it was absolutely crazy. And he said the northern lights up here, it was like a rock concert. I kind of laughed at him, and he's like, yo, dude, seriously, it's epic. One of the best parts of my job is definitely the people that I get to meet. And these 3 guys were definitely in that category. It was a pleasure to meet you 3. I bet you thought this was Derek. Nope. We got separated. My paperwork wasn't cleared, so I had to wait in Beaver Creek, and Derek carried on. The sunset was absolutely beautiful. Driving into the mountains, and then coming down here, you just drive to the end of the canyon and take this great big turn and come back up. It was really beautiful. I don't think the phone quite captures it, but I threw it in anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. So we had our fuel stops picked out on the way up here. And up here it's kind of important, especially if you get caught in bad weather. You'll want to make sure you have lots of fuel up here. Apparently they can sit for days. Anyway, we got there. Turns out somebody drove away with the fuel nozzle and they ripped the whole pump out. Huh, I guess that's a problem to deal with in the AM. But right now, I am absolutely beat. So, we'll see you in the AM. Welcome to Anchorage, Alaska. I didn't really feel like filming today. I was pretty tired. But here's some pictures that I grabbed on my wheel as I went a few blocks either direction. And just like that, we are unloaded. Time to turn and burn. We gotta make a mile, everybody. But definitely not before stopping and checking out some of these beautiful views. Also, Arlo's a country dog. He actually won't go pee in the city if he doesn't have to, and he's smart enough to know that we're in and out, so he just holds it. Some of these places on this road, definitely no room for error. Coming up here, we're climbing up this little hill. It's actually not really all that little. If you ever went off the edge, I don't think there'd be any coming back from that one. I figured this was what we saw in the dark last night, so I'm gonna film this last little bit here, and that'll conclude the end of the series. I sure do appreciate you watching. And now you can understand why I said it's hard to find words to describe. Once we got on top of the Arctic tundra, people were in the pullouts. I bet you there was thousands of dollars worth of cameras and scopes just pointed towards these mountains, waiting for the perfect moment. For this newbie, every moment was definitely the perfect moment. Oh my goodness, what a trip. When I came around this corner, I couldn't pass it up. I thought it was too nice not to share. When I pan back to the left, look up and follow the valley. That whole ice flow, later on, I see it goes all the way up that valley, and I don't know how far. Here's that canyon, one more time in the daylight, and an absolutely epic shot of a mountain coming up the other side. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, this marks the 27th state that I've pulled the wheel out and I've floated in. Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that like button. Maybe think about subscribing. We're not done adventuring yet. Don't forget to tell someone you appreciate them today. Keep spreading that smile, and I sure do thank you for joining me. I know one thing for sure, Arlo's happy. I got another beautiful sunset, and it was my absolute honor to get to drive through Munchell Lake Provincial Park again. See you next time, all.